Hi all. Let me first of all apologise by the horrible black lines up and down the left and right hand side of the screen. That's my little video app that lets me pause. Okay, so what's this about? I bought myself 3.5 kilowatts of solar panels used, and I broke one. Annoying. Right, so I've been on YouTube and they say, oh, don't worry, they don't lose much efficiency, you can fix them. Oh right, well, under controlled conditions, let's actually find out if that's true or not. So here's one of these panels, okay, they're all exactly the same, every one of them, lots of them. And what is it giving? So, I've got to be a bit careful because as you can tell, look, I'm moving through the light, aren't I there? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at my little thing here. And we've got 18.78 volts, something like that. So 18 volts on a good panel. I'm going to pause this, throw the other one in place, and let's see what that gives. Okay, so here is my busted solar panel. There's the nastiness. There's no chunks falling out or anything. There's the nastiness, and here it is. It's all crazed all over. Not badly, but it's crazed. It's all broken. Now, I've just had a look at this voltage, and I was fully expecting, the last panel gave us what, 18, nearly 19 volts under these lights. Which, yeah, they're not sun, but you know, I've changed nothing, I've moved nothing, it's still on top of the same pile there. And a bit surprised by this, 23 volts. So this is actually telling me that, I suppose there's a lot of difference between different things. I don't know really, but it's no worse than the other one. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fix this. Now the words fix it, what it really means is I'm going to epoxy over the top of this, and then I'm going to look at the voltage again, and we're going to see whether by sealing this glass in place and stopping it getting full of water, we've impeded the light flow at all. So give me a minute, we'll find out. Okay, so first prep, petrol-y rag. Probably you'd be better off with denatured alcohol. Wipe it down. I'm then going to use, no, probably not that. I'm going to use some epoxy resin, and I'm going to pour it in, and I'm going to make sure it gets to the edges. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I've put on epoxy. I put on the roughest epoxy ever. It's roofing epoxy. I don't know if you can tell the kind of quality. I just literally ladled it on, and I spread it out with the back of a piece of cardboard. Now you're probably all thinking, ooh, that's going to impede the light. That's going to cause problems. So what do we have before? 23 something volts? 23 something volts. As far as I can tell so far, there's more variation in the panels than you can cause by breaking one. So that's pretty cool. As I say, the other panel has got less power coming out of it than this one, even after it's had the epoxy. In fact, actually, I think the voltage went up slightly since the epoxy's gone on. So what we need to do now is we need to wait, and we need to see if this is going to go cloudy, hope not, and whether it's going to impede the light. So what we'll do now is we'll let it dry, and then we'll find out from there. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. And for those of you who want to know, this is what I've used. True Pro flexible roofing resin. Because hey, why? Well, I had it for one thing, and but more specifically because that is flexible, great. That is UV resistant, great. It's cheap, great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else kind of one wants. I mean, let's be honest, what is this glass doing? It's stopping water and mould getting on those actual silicon cells. Those cells work without the glass. They just get filthy and then they get broken. So I think this is actually fairly, assuming this doesn't go cloudy, at which point I'll be mortified, but I don't think it will. So as far as I can tell, so far, for the calculations I've got, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a two-parter, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this now, and then I'm going to come back and do a part 2. And in part 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this dry under the same lights, so we're absolutely controlled circumstances here. We guarantee that the power to these panels is the same. So I'm going to try then this one that was a lower voltage, and then I'm going to try a few more so we can actually find out. But what we do know so far is that the epoxy on top of the broken glass has made no difference to the power whatsoever. I wonder if this thing will show us current at all. What do you think? Hang on. That's AC watts. Oh, look at that. So we wouldn't expect much amps, would we? Let's be honest, because we're under fluorescent lights. Oh no, those are AC amps. Oh no. No, sorry, I can't do amps because it's because it can only measure AC amps. Apologies. So no, I'm talking rubbish there. Okay, but still, we are. Let's put it back on our voltage. 24 volts. Let's just give you an idea. Let's put that there so as we can see it. 23 volts. Just give you an idea of how shading works with these, which is an interesting characteristic of this stuff. So, see that? See how quickly that drops? All I'm doing is I'm covering that one tiny panel. Oops, sorry, that glare. Do you see how little? Do you see the effects of shading are massive for these panels? That's something that's very crucial with this kind of thing. You are seriously talking, even algae build-up in the corner like that can seriously affect it, because an awful lot of this is to do with it being, it's not really parallel, it's mostly in series, these string solar panels these days. So it relies on the voltage of almost every cell, not every one, there are duplicates in here, but it relies on an awful lot of, it relies on a lot of the cells producing voltage for it actually to give you power. Anyway, right, I'm going to stop waffling, I'm going to switch off, I'm going to come back when this is dry, and we'll take it from there. Cheers for now.